Hi everyone, this is Yana Smakula and thank you so much for joining me today. This video is a part of a Cyber Sunday blog hop by Simon Says Stamp celebrating the reveal of their exclusive Suzy's Classical Christmas watercolor prints. Here I have some of the prints that are included in this prints pack. There's 10 of them. I only have several here as I already colored some of them and will be sharing them later this week, so stay tuned. These are printed onto Tim Holtz Distress Watercolor paper onto the smooth side of the paper, and as the name suggests, are great for watercoloring. Now, these can also be colored using a variety of other mediums. Just because they are printed onto watercolor paper doesn't mean you can't use other mediums to color these. I have been enjoying coloring with my Faber Castell Polychromos pencils lately, and this is what I'm going to use to color these. And this watercolor paper is actually great for coloring with colored pencils as it is not smooth but has a little bit of tooth to it. And this is what helps the pencils to grab onto the paper and allows you to do blending. As I color, I wanted to talk a little bit about the Polychromos pencils. I also have Prismacolors, and while I do use them often and color with them quite a bit, I personally love to color with the Polychromos. One of the main reasons is because Polychromos pencils are not as soft as Prismacolors, and the tip of the pencil stays sharp longer, allowing me to sharpen my pencils much less. Also, Polychromos have break-resistant tips, and I have not had a single Polychromos pencil break during sharpening. And I don't have any kind of special sharpeners at all. I have 2 cheap sharpeners that I use to sharpen all of my pencils. Polychromos, Prismacolors, regular pencils, and my Polychromos haven't broken a single time, while my Prismas have broken a number of times during sharpening. I'm not saying that Prismacolors are bad pencils. No. I like to use them. I have a 150 set of them and I do use them often, but I personally prefer to use Polychromos more often. So that being said, you can color images like this with any pencils you have. Prismacolors, Polychromos, other kinds of pencils. Don't feel like you have to use the Polychromos for this. So you can see I'm coloring this watercolor print using traditional Christmas colors. I really like these prints from Suzy as I don't have to come up with a stamped design. If I just want to color, I can quickly grab one of these, and she actually has many different prints, different sets. They're all available exclusively at Simon Says Stamp. And these are great to bring with you on a vacation or on a trip. If you want to do some crafting while you're traveling, obviously you cannot bring all of your supplies, so you can just grab a pack of these and your favorite coloring medium and color away. I'm going to play some music and we'll let you enjoy the rest of the coloring. love my cards to have a dramatic look and feel to them, so I'm going to color over the white background. To make it easier, I'm going to use watercolors. I've taped the card onto the board to make sure it will not warp too much, and I've started coloring. Originally, I thought about using black, but decided to go with a deep blue color instead. You can see I've tried to lift up some of the black color on the left-hand side of my card. I'm using my silver black velvet brush for coloring, and I'm going to use the Indigo color from my Daniel Smith palette. You can also use a very deep green or brown color, or create an ombre background if you like dramatic backgrounds like this one. I love to use this Indigo, and I think this print will really come to life on a dark blue background. Now, don't feel like you have to paint your background. If you like your coloring on a white background, it looks fantastic, so you can just use it as is. You'll notice I'm coloring over the pine needles, and Polychromos will somewhat resist the watercolor, so you'll still be able to see some of that green coloring, but I will later come back when the watercolor is dry and will color over it with the same green pencil to intensify those areas. I think I did about 3 coats of Indigo. I let every layer dry before applying the next one just to get the most intense color I could. You'll notice that this Indigo background also colored the sentiment that was on the card. I was planning to use a different sentiment for this project, so it wasn't a problem. If you want to keep the original sentiment that is printed on these watercolor cards, maybe pick a lighter color for the background so that the black printing is still visible. I white heat embossed Joy to the World from a stamp set from Simon Says Stamp, and I'm listing all of the supplies that I'm using in the description below in my video and also on my blog. I trimmed my sentiment onto a banner and foam mounted it onto my watercolor piece covering the original sentiment. I already adhered my panel onto an A2 card base, and I really love how the white borders around this piece frame everything nicely. I added some sparkling clear sequins from Pretty Pink Posh, and that finished my video. Just a reminder, this video is a part of a Cyber Sunday blog hub by Simon Says Stamp celebrating the reveal of their exclusive Suzy's Classical Christmas watercolor prints. Be sure to visit my blog. The link is in the video description below to hop along. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't yet done so. If you are a subscriber but are not receiving new video notifications, please check the bell icon on the homepage of my channel to get notified every time there's a new video out. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!